There are three very common prepositions in English. You probably use them every day: in, on, and at. But let's be honest, when you're speaking, they can get confusing, whether you are taking the bus or just chilling at home. So let's do a quick review. Now let's talk about in. We use in for big places, like countries, cities, or even continents. For example, I live in France, or I live in Paris. You know, baguettes, pastries, a little wine. You can also say, I live in Europe. So remember, we use in for large places. And now, talking about transportation, there is a simple rule. We use in when you can walk around inside the vehicle, like in a taxi. As you can see, there isn't enough space to walk inside. But now, if we are talking about a bus, for example, this one, if I get on the bus, you can see people walking around inside. So, we use on. We use in for taxis, cars in general, or small boats. And on for buses, planes, trains, or even a ship big enough to walk around in. You are going to see that with on, things are pretty simple. We use on for surface or for things attached to a wall. As we go into the house, we can see that the AC is on the wall, the picture is on the wall, and the flower pot is on the table. So we are talking about surface. And if we go into the bedroom, we can see the AC on the wall again, and the TV is mounted on the wall too. It's like the main character is the surface. When we use furniture, we say on as well. For example, we sit on the sofa. So, an easy rule to remember is we use on when we are talking about surface or things attached to something. Let's imagine you're watching TV. We also use on. I'm watching Breaking Bad on Netflix. Or if you have a remote work meeting, you could say, I have a meeting on Teams. We use on for platforms as well. As a quick recap, on is for surface and in is for inside. Look at these guys. They are chilling in the pool because they are inside the water, so we use in, not on. Now let's learn about in, on, and at for time and dates. As you can see, at the bus stop, there are some important announcements. There haven't been any accidents in 7 months. If we are talking about time, we use in for months, years, or for long periods of time. Also, we use at for time. For example, last train at 11 p.m. or next train at 5 p.m. So we use at for a specific time. And what about on? There won't be service on July 5th or free tickets on Mondays. We use on for specific dates and days. Here is another example. America was discovered on October 12, 1492. So remember, we use on for specific dates and days. Last but not least, let's talk about at and in for places. Like a restaurant, a school, or in this case, a hospital. First, let's read the announcements. Closed on Sundays. Okay, pretty weird for a hospital. There won't be service on January 12th. Well, at least they let you know. Nobody has what? In 30 days? The doctor will be back in 6 hours after a break? Next family visit in a week. Okay, at least you can visit your relative. After experiencing the average public hospital in Mexico, we can see that the difference is simple, as long as you don't overthink it. We use at when we talk about a place in general, like where you work or study. For example, I work at a hospital, I study at a school, or I eat at that restaurant. We use in when we are inside the place, especially as a visitor or as a patient. For example, I am in the hospital because I am sick. And finally, we also use at for home. You are at home, just resting or doing whatever you do at home. Thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.